Well, last night in Washington, there was a private cocktail event at Peter Thiel's DC residence for Vice President-elect J.D. Vance. And Australian businessman Anthony Pratt was among the A-list attendees, along with Donald Trump Jr., Mark Zuckerberg and House Speaker Mike Johnson. And my spies tell me that Anthony Pratt also hopped into Vance's Secret Service motorcade to attend his black-tie dinner that night. And he's also now scored an invite to Trump's own dinner on the eve of his inauguration. Well, to discuss who's in and who's out of Trump's inner circle, joining me now in studio is Sky News contributor Kosha Gada. Kosha, great to see you here. Look, tell us about who else has made it from Australia to Trump's team.
You know, some of it, I'm sure there are going to be people that it's top secret and we won't know until after the fact. But Pratt has been mentioned, Gina Reinhart, as you said as well. They both took out full-page ads in the New York Times and New York Post congratulating Trump. Maybe that had something to do with it. And also James Packer was seen at Mar-a-Lago dining with Trump and Musk. So maybe I wouldn't be surprised if he scored an invite as well.
Trump has already announced a packed agenda for his first day. What can we expect?
I think the tonality of the messages, who's going to be there, who's not going to be there, their expressions, their body language, all of that is going to make a lot of news. And then right after that, he's reportedly got 100 to even 200 executive orders queued up for day one. Typically, presidents release about 50 to 60 per year. So he is hitting the ground running. We're hearing talk of declassification, Martin Luther King files, JFK files. We'll see if that happens. The J6 pardons is another big thing. There's high expectations. It's a little bit controversial, and people are expecting that as well. And I just think a slew of deregulations as well right out of the gate.
I also read a fascinating one that I think Barry Weiss broke the story about having an executive order relating to gender. So he's only going to have, according to this report, two genders, a male and a female. So that'll be highly controversial. Now, what can we expect from the inauguration itself? It'll be 3 a.m. our time tonight, live coverage on Sky. I mean, Trump's the ultimate showman, so you'd hope it'll be entertaining.
Yes, I think the victory rally already is so different. Nobody does that. He won. He didn't need to do a rally, but he did it. I think you're going to see a lot of the tone of his speech and what he's going to say, what kind of premise it's going to take. I think it's going to be a lot of victoriousness, a lot of redemption, retribution has been this word that he's been using, again, controversially, but he says his success and America's success is his retribution. I think you're going to expect a lot of that. But I do think that it'll probably just still be very statesmanlike and presidential, the official business and speech, because he's been there before. He is the president and he can project that. And then it's going to be a way to those executive orders and the craziest news cycle, I think, for the next 24 hours thereafter.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, very quickly before you go, I was surprised to hear him speak so strongly about TikTok and to commit to having it in America, if only for making money. I mean, I thought this was, you know, even Republicans were concerned about the security risk of TikTok.
Some still are, like Senator Tom Cotton just came out against Trump, even though he is an ardent supporter. This is about a trade-off of two issues: national security concerns with China and the CCP's involvement of the algorithms and data versus free speech, and the fact that 170 million Americans use it, millions of small business owners use it. It is an alternate platform to the other ones, like Facebook and all that did censor speech and suppress the laptop story and all of that. So I think it's about balancing free speech protections with national security, and he's trying to see if there's a way to do both and how the divestiture would be executed.